Guys, welcome back to The Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys swinging by the channel with me and hanging out for a little bit. And guys, today I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite summertime plastic worms that a lot of people don't fish, and it's this Zoom Magnum Ultra Vibe speed worm. To give you context, guys, here's the regular speed worm next to it. This is like one of the most popular baits out there, significantly bigger, guys, and in the summertime this can be really good. So I'm going to identify the conditions and show you guys how I set it up and how I like to fish. I think it's going to add up to some quality fish for you guys. Also, guys, before we get started, our daily housekeeping tips. I got two things I wanted to share with you. Well, first of all, guys, I will put the link at the Magnum Speedworm, Ultra Vibe Speedworm, in my tackle warehouse link in the description of this video if you guys would like to get a couple packs there. And also, guys, you definitely want to use the scent on it. I've been talking about this, guys. This is the real deal, guys. This is the Baitpop scent. Got real fish in it, real amino acids, stays on your bait forever, guys. Just take a little bit here, put it on your finger, and I'll just rub it into my worm like that. And definitely it helps out when those fish get close to that worm. They can smell that. Definitely a lot more conducive to biting that thing. So I'll have the Baitpop link and my tackle warehouse link in this video description. And finally, guys, something to throw it on here. Don't want this to sound like a plug, but guys, if you're looking for a great bait cast reel, try this brand new. This is the Cast King ALTI bait cast reel. Nearly impossible to backlash, guys. It's got this Halo Vortex magnetic braking system on it. It's got the world's first true titanium spool, 11 ball bearings, super light, built for stout. If you use, I'll have the Cast King link in this video description here too. If you guys would like to use my promo code Randy10, you get an additional discount, but you guys will really like that. Very competitively priced also. Okay, guys, let's talk a little bit about this Magnum Speedworm here. This is a big bait, man. This is a big fat bait. You can see the diameter of it there. It's actually bigger than like a Cinco, and it's probably about 9 inches long or so, like that. A big, bulky, big profile lure, which is significantly bigger than just the Ultra Vibe Speedworm. Guys, this Ultra Vibe Speedworm, this is one of my favorite baits. I catch a ton of fish on this, a lot of big ones. So you can imagine if you have the same tail on there, the Ultra Vibe tail with a larger profile bait, you're really going to catch some good ones there. Now, there's two different colors I use we'll talk about. Basically, I'll use, something like this, like the June bug or green pumpkin. Those are my two favorite colors to use with it. And let's talk a little bit about when it works and why it works in the summertime. Now, there's something about plastic worm fishing. When you start getting into the summer months, especially like July, one of the things I've noticed, and it's just one of those things that bass do, they start wanting a larger plastic worm. Now, different times of the year, based upon the water clarity and water temperature, they prefer different styles. But I catch a lot of bass, and it's very well known. A lot of people fish 10-inch worms in the summertime, and they've been doing it forever, guys. I remember my dad used to fish 13-inch long plastic worms back in the late 60s and early 70s. But a big, fat, large plastic worm is very appealing to the bass in the summertime, just for their mood and personality. Okay, now for the Ultra Vibe Speedworm, guys, here, the Magnum, 3 situations that I fish this thing in. Number one is I fish it on hard structure areas, the same places you're fishing like a big ribbon tail worm or a big crankbait or a football head jig. I'll get out off the end of those points in 15 to 20 foot of water, just fish the drop-offs on those points. Fish it on river channel ledges, drop-offs, channel intersections, just your traditional hard structure. Especially if you have like brush piles or something like that out off those points, it can be really good. And most of the time I'm using like a 3/8 ounce sinker on it when I'm fishing it deeper. Now the other two scenarios it works good in is flipping it around shallow cover, especially shallow docks in the summertime. So if you've got some docks, I don't care if they're a floating dock or a piling dock, this big speedworm, guys, catches them around docks, especially if you have any type of brush around those docks. Or just, shallow cover, lily pads, shallow grass, lay down trees, stumps and logs in the water. The only thing I do different with this bait, if I'm fishing it shallow around docks and trees like that, is I'll put it on a lighter sinker. I'll put it on like a 3/16 ounce sinker because the bait is pretty heavy as it is and it falls pretty fast on its own. So that lighter sinker works really good as far as, penetrating that little bit shallower cover with it. And all the time, guys, I'm using 25-pound test Seaguar and VizX fluorocarbon. Got my Mega Bass Alkalies flipping stick and the Cast King Earl right there. That's my setup with it. Now the colors that I use with it, it's pretty much the same as like any other thing. If the water visibility is like less than 2.5 foot or something like that, or less than 2 foot, I like the darker colors like the June bugs or the red bugs. Cleaner water, I'll go with the green pumpkins. Also, if I'm fishing deeper, like if I'm fishing down to 20 or 25 foot deep, I usually always like to use the darker color worms, even if the water's a little bit cleaner. That works pretty good. But guys, it works good specifically in July and August. This is a really good bait with it. I just wanted to clue you guys in on it. You know, if you haven't tried it, something you definitely want to try. But anyway, links in the description, guys. Zoom, Ultra Vibe Speedworm Magnum, definitely get you some big ones. So hope it helps, guys. We'll talk later.